What's up, guys? Hades here. We just had a crazy battle. We're about 21 hours from Zone 2 opening. Everyone's anxious. Everyone wants to fight to get into Zone 2. Now, our opponents made a very big move on Eridani Cliff. They got very close to killing these. There were 70 marches in both. We caught it just barely in time. And I started the replay a bit late, but I want to show you the video. I kind of talk through what I'm doing and how the element of surprise and adapting to your situation can really make a big difference. So here's a video. Everyone's boarding in. It's chaos. People are trying to move alts. People are trying to move everything. Keep the volume down just a bit. And yes, I was listening to music, and I love this kind of music. I hope you guys do too. If you tuned into my stream, you guys know my taste in music. Anyways, it's really important in a moment like this, you find value, right? What is value? And what is priority? Okay, so those are the two things I want to talk about, value and priority. Everyone has their power level, and you need to know what your power level is. So I know who I can and cannot beat because I have been testing on everyone for days, right? I know I beat this player on the left. I know I beat the player I'm attacking. And then I confirm with the report. While my march is walking back, I go, okay, yes, I'm going to beat this player. And then I click on my con. I'm like, oh, whoops, those are the wrong skills. I'm literally hovering the wrong skills because I was testing, right? These are not the skills I want for majority of the players. And then we're like in a panic situation, and I cannot find my demonic. I'm like, where is it? It got stuck on another immortal from a different preset, which is a bug, but it's something I should have known where it would be, right? And you can see me panicking here, right? I can't find it. I go slower, and then I find it. And this is kind of one of those, like, in these types of moments, this matters. But I want to go back just a moment and show you something I did that was actually really important. Because I couldn't find it. Why is it not playing? So when I notice that, and I go to switch it, you're gonna notice things here. This is important. Because I can't find it, I pick the thing I know where it is, and that's Fighting Master. I know I need Fighting Master. I'm too much in a rush to get. And then I see that food came back, which means I know my march is back. So I'm going to attack and then reload it. And I'm just looking for it, right? But I'm on the way, and if I can find it before it lands, I'm going to have it activated. And so even on this report, you can see my march is right there in the middle. It hasn't landed yet. You can see she attacked me counter, so I sped it up, instant recall, and defend myself. You need to preserve HP so you can preserve gems, because 99% of player base needs to preserve gems, right? Only there's a select 10 or 20 players who have, you know, a couple million gems where it doesn't matter for them. Now, I keep clicking on that player cast. I know for a fact I don't beat his march. So I have to either join a rally or look for other value, right? So I know I beat this Lady Raven, so I'm going to keep fighting Lady Raven until they get ported. That's value. I know my place, I know my power level, and I know who I do and do not beat. There's no reason to bash your head into a wall for someone you barely beat, or they have a march that counters you. That's not going to be helpful. I'm also looking at the situation. Can I find value on the other side? And then as soon as I realize I can't, I'm getting attacked again, and I don't have my main out. I counterattacked with my second march, knowing that she would do this. I just had this, like, feeling, this vibe. We've been battling for 7 days straight, 10 hours a day. I know a lot of these players and how they play. And then I look for value, and I go, I think I can beat this player. Spoiler, I cannot. Something you're going to notice here is I'm trying to be as effective as possible and absorb as much information as possible. While my march is walking, that gives me time to look, scan, and evaluate what's most valuable for me and what is not valuable. I'm looking at these small marches that are clogging this situation, and I go, okay, I can send a second or a third here and get value, right? While my main's trying to get damage, my others are not. I attack, I lose, okay, I can't beat this player. I'm gonna have to look to get into a rally situation with them. And there's only two left. There's Cass and Binu for me on this left side. I know I'm not scanning to the right because the right doesn't concern me. I'm only concerned about the things in my immediate vicinity, which there's no opponents in my around me. There's opponents at the towers, and there's opponents to the right, but I can't deal with them. Here's another one. I click them. You see I clicked their castle real quick. I checked their power, and I realized, okay, yes, this is a player I can probably beat. So I couldn't find value here. I couldn't find value here, but I can find value on another player. And constantly focusing down the player that I can get value on is where I'm going to find most important. You can see the player in the middle, Sko, can't get value on him. And then the player above him, I can't get value there. You can see my march just landed. That's my second. Breaking prosperity, forcing them to gem very hard so that we can allow more of our players to join in the front. Now these plays are highly risk, high reward, because if they're successful, they find a avenue to zone 2 and potentially deny us. But in that course, everyone who's going to attack the thermal has to be without a bubble, which means you're very vulnerable or susceptible to being ported on and attacked from behind and from the front and from the side and from all areas, which ends up not being good. Of course, if you sneak it and you catch, you catch it sleeping, then of course it's gonna get a ton of value. But I'm just gonna turn up the volume and I'm gonna let you guys watch for like 5-10 minutes. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you learn a little something here. I've had a lot of comments of people asking, can we please get some KVK content? And I don't know the best way to show it, but I guess this is probably the best way. So I'm gonna just turn the music up and let this thing run. Enjoy, have a great day.
come to the strange conclusion that in madness lies sanity.
with the groove. All you got to do is move. Dance with the groove.
All you got to do is move.